I am Harry from McFly and you're watching Sam for God.
Hi guys, so I'm currently outside the Royal Albert Hall in London waiting to go inside for McFly's second concert here in Royal Albert Hall. I'm very excited. I was here last night as well and I'm wearing my McFly shirt which I got last night. This concert is their best concert ever, I think. The set list is amazing. It's just amazing. I've been to many McFly concerts before, but this is one of my favourites, I think. Probably my favourite, and I can't wait to go and see it again. I'm just waiting for my friend Rebecca to come and then we can go inside. Don't! It's a video. Can you like normal? No. I can't do it anymore. You always. No. Do you want to film it? Is it still filming now? Hey, this is Sam for God that you're watching. We are at McFly. Check her out. Give her a thumbs up at the end of this video. We are at McFly here at the Royal Albert Hall. Look how close we are to the stage. And there's all the audience. And there's Zoe and Vicky. And there's me and Beth and Sam for God herself. Okay. And I'll give you back to her now, okay? Yeah, we're just taking over her camera. Yeah, we are like guest vloggers also, but so give her a thumbs up. Quite a lot. Yeah, we appear all the time. We appear in a motivated video, which is Disneyland. And there'll be another one in like April. Okay, okay, so guys, we're at McFly Royal Albert Hall. It's my third night here. Can't wait to see it for the last time. And look at our amazing view. And you guys just met Beth and Rebecca, my friends, who do tend to appear in my vlogs quite often actually. And yeah, I'm excited.
Then you whispered in my ear and you told me to say my life was all about you. And I would answer all your wishes if you asked me to. But if you denied me one of your kisses, I don't know what I'd do.
That was the last McFly concert, 10th anniversary concert. Oh my god guys, I love McFly. It was amazing, probably my favourite one of the 3 that I attended live, and it was so good. So hi guys, as you may have seen from those clips earlier, I went to see McFly about a week and a half ago. This was a set of 4 gigs at the Royal Albert Hall for their 10th anniversary, and I've been looking forward to it for a long time and I can't believe it's over now. Anyway, I'm making this little vlog just to tell you a little bit about how much McFly mean to me and how amazing those gigs were, because I've loved McFly from the very beginning and they just mean a lot to me, you know. Their music has been an important part of my life and yeah, I just want to talk about them for a bit. So if you don't like McFly or if you're not interested in theatre, I'm sorry, but this is going to be just about me talking about my love for McFly, sorry. So I've been a fan of McFly since 2003, since they first, became a band. And it's so crazy thinking about it now, it's so crazy to think that it's literally been 10 years. I mean, their anniversary wasn't exactly last week, it was I think in August sometime. But the gigs to celebrate them were in September, about a week and a half ago, and it just felt weird. It made me feel very emotional. It made me look back on my time with McFly as a band. And I don't mean that literally, obviously, because I don't know them or anything. But their music has been with me for a very long time, for 10 years. And yeah, it's just, oh, I love that band. Anyway, like many other people, I got to know McFly through Busted. When I was a little girl, I used to get those pop music magazines all the time, like Throw the Pops and Smash Hits. Oh my god, Smash Hits used to be a thing. And through that, I discovered Busted, and I remember seeing pictures of Busted in magazines and stuff, and I like some of Busted's songs, like What I Go to School For, Year 3000, Air Hostess, all that kind of stuff. But very quickly, McFly came about as well. So I didn't really have a chance to become a big Busted fan because McFly just came around literally a few months before I got to know Busted, and I quickly became more of a McFly fan than a Busted fan. I still love Busted, but it was more about McFly to me. I discovered McFly through a magazine as well. Can't remember exactly which magazine it was. It must have been, you know, one of those like Smash Hits, Soda Pops, or maybe even Ms. I remember I used to see pictures of McFly all the time, like 4 guys that looked slightly like Busted. And I was confused at the time. I was like, oh my god, who are these like Busted wannabes? Why do they look like Busted, but there's 4 of them? What the hell? And anyone who remembers McFly's early stage, Danny from McFly at the time, you looked very, very similar to James from Busted. They had the same hairstyle. They just looked very similar, and it just made me confused. I would read about them and stuff, and I remember actually, because I was a kid and stuff, I wanted to pick a favourite, and even though I'd never really heard any of their music, just by looking at the pictures, I remember I thought that Tom Fletcher was really cute. I just loved his little dimple and his blonde hair, spiky hair. I just thought he was really cute, and I was like, yeah, this guy's my favourite. If I don't know who McFly are, I don't know what the music's like, but I like this guy, he's cute. Then one day I was watching Top of the Pops on BBC, because that was something that was around at the time as well, and McFly came on and sang 5 Colours in Her Hair. And I'd already known of the name of the song because I'd seen it written in magazines and stuff. I knew that the first single was called 5 Colours in Her Hair. So it was interesting to actually see them play it live and see what it actually sounds like. And I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with the band straight away. I was like, oh my god, they're great, and Tom just looked even cuter and really, you know, in a video. And from then on I became a massive dedicated fan of them. I remember the first ever single that I purchased from McFly was That Girl, like the DVD single. They had one of their home videos of like with them giving a tour of the house that they used to share at the time. And I used to watch that pretty much every day, and my friends would come over and I'd make them watch it with me, and we'd just rock out to That Girl together, and it was just so much fun. I felt really cool liking McFly. For me, I think they were a turning point in my music love, because before that, the kind of bands that I liked were more like, well, when I was a kid, I started with S Club 7. Like S Club 7 were the first band that I became a proper fan of. I'm not going to lie, I still love S Club 7. There's no shame in saying that I still listen to S Club 7 every now and again. They're not just a band for kids. I still think their music is applicable for adults now. It's just fun music. But you know, it was like very cheesy pop, and after that I kind of got into boy bands like Westlife and Backstreet Boys and more Westlife, but you know, just boy bands in general. Typical cheesy boy bands. So McFly was a stepping stone because their music was more pop, punk, rock. It was more like edgy, and I felt really cool listening to them and like, you know, being a fan of them, because it was just different. It was more cool to me at the time, you know, the 13-year-old me, the teenage me. They came at the right time for me, I think. They came at the time when I wanted to listen to slightly more cool stuff, and I think that's why it made me kind of become a fan of them immediately. Anyway, since then I've been a massive fan of them. I've been buying all their albums, all their singles, you know, watching all their videos, their DVDs, just everything. I remember back in July of 2005 I actually made a Yahoo group about them, like a website dedicated to McFly, and I felt so proud at the time. The 14-year-old me was like, oh my god, I've made a website about McFly, and I kept it updated every day and posted pictures of McFly, and I just felt very proud to be a creator of a McFly group that people joined, and I think they got about 94 like group members as well, so I was very proud of that at the time. I recently found it actually, and it just made me laugh. It was called McFly Better Than Ever, so if you type that on Google, McFly Better Than Ever Yahoo group, you'll probably be able to find it as well. In 2005 I moved to Austria, and I started this new school called the Vienna Christian School. It's not called that anymore, but at the time it was called the Vienna Christian School. And it was this American international Christian school. It was mainly a Christian school run by American people, and it was just a very weird and new, different experience for me, and I found it quite difficult, I'm not going to lie. Starting at that school was very difficult. That first year, everything just seemed so bizarre to me. I just didn't understand how the school ran. There's loads of problems with that school. I mean, now, looking back at that school, I can see exactly what was wrong with that school and the whole Christianity aspect of it, trying to, you know, convert everybody into Christianity. I didn't understand it at the time, but, you know, now I understand exactly why and what was about that school that made me unhappy. Anyway, that was in 2005, and it was just when McFly's second album, Wonderland, had come out. And that album means everything to me, because I used to listen to those songs on the album every single day on my way to school. Songs like The Ballad of Paul K, Too Close for Comfort, I'll Be Okay, which means the world to me, Nothing, I've Got You. Every song on the album basically just means a lot to me, because it reminds me of that time, and it was probably the only thing that made me, you know, gave me energy and gave me the confidence to actually go to school. Not that I didn't want to go to school, because I'm not that type of person, but it just kind of made me feel a bit more relaxed about going to school every day. And I remember I would listen to the lyrics of I'll Be Okay on my way to school, and just kind of make myself believe them and say, oh yeah, I'll be okay, it'll be fine, just go to school, it's fine. People are going to be weird and you're not going to feel comfortable, but you can get through it and it'll be fine. I also want to say that even though those 3 years at that school, Vienna Christian School, were probably my least favourite years of my life so far. I mean, I'm only 23, but those 3 years were just very, very difficult for me. I did still have some great times there. I mean, I don't want to make it sound all overly dramatic, like, oh my god, those 3 years were terrible, oh my god, like, feel sorry for me. No, they weren't terrible. It's just that I found it quite difficult because of the environment that I was in, and maybe I'll make a video about that one day, just talking about the school, because it was a very strange school. But yeah, I just want to say that that album, Wonderland, is still my favourite McFly album because, I don't know, it just helped me through a lot, and it's just got some really great songs, some incredible songs on there. I mean, it's got my all-time favourite McFly song on it, which is The Ballad of 4K. I love that song. It's a very underrated song in my opinion. And I think one of the reasons for that is that The Ballad of 4K, the video for it, just wasn't good enough. And I remember when I first saw the official video for it, I was like, no, what have we done to this song? It could have been so much better. At that time, I also used to go on a McFly forum a lot. McFly was the first band I actually decided to join a message board for and go online and talk to different fans and have a community of McFly fans who I could talk to on a regular basis. And that was fun, you know, it gave me something to focus on apart from school. I used to look forward to coming back home after school and just going online and talking to different McFly fans about McFly and things that really mattered to me and I cared about at the time. I even started writing McFly fan fiction. They're the only ever band or thing that I've ever written fan fiction about. And people used to actually read it and like it, and they'd be like commenting on my story saying, oh my god, Sam forgot, I can't wait for the next chapter. My username used to be Sam forgot then as well. And yeah, it was just fun times, fun, carefree times. What I'm trying to say is that I was very involved with McFly, and they're probably the only band I ever got so involved with. I cared about their music, I cared about their career, I just wanted them to succeed in what they wanted to achieve. And I remember when, obviously after Wonderland, they released Motion in the Ocean, which was quite good because they went back to their original roots, like their first album. And I remember when they released their Greatest Hits album, which they were forced to release. There was a big discussion online on the forums, just like talking about why they shouldn't have done that and why it's not good for them. And I was quite nervous about it all, you know, I didn't understand why they'd done it. And of course, after that, they decided to depart from their record label, Island Records, and do it on their own, which at first I was like, oh, this is a good idea because now they've got more creative control over everything. But then they decided to give away their next album, Radioactive, for free with the Daily Mail, I think, and I was like shocked. I was like, no, what are you doing, McFly? I'm not gonna lie, at the time I thought that this was going to be nearly the end of McFly, and not just because of that either, but because all their songs seemed to not do that well in the charts, and like One for the Radio and Lions did quite well, I think, but then they released Do Ya during Christmas time, and that didn't do well at all, and I was just worried about them. I thought this was going to be the end of McFly. And I think they kind of thought that too, because that's when they started to apply for reality TV shows. And again, at first I was like, oh my god, what are you doing, McFly? You don't want to be known as reality TV stars. But then it actually worked. I mean, Danny did Pop Stars to Opera Stars, which he didn't win, but it was still fun to see him. I was actually in the studios for one of the shows that he was in, and it was great to see him sing it live. And then Harry and Dougie did Strictly Come Dancing and The King of Jungle, whatever. What's it called? Celebrity, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. And I watched them all, and it was fun times. It was great to see them, and obviously they both won, so that was good. And it actually did what they had to do as well. It helped them gain a new fan base, I think. A lot of young people, younger girls who wouldn't have been around when McFly first came around, decided to become fans of them, and also some of the old McFly fans, after seeing them on reality TV shows, I guess decided to actually maybe start caring about McFly again. I can see that in some of my friends who didn't really want to go and see McFly that much, after seeing Harry and Dougie on these reality TV shows, decided to actually go to some of their concerts, and now they like them again and actually buy their songs, which is great. I think now McFly are at a really good place now because they've got, you know, a great fan base. Their fans, the Galaxy Defenders, have always been great anyway. But they've gained some new fans throughout the recent years as well, which is good. And I just can't wait for the future of McFly. I think I love them because they really do seem like they want to be doing what they're doing, and they're happy doing it, and they're great friends. And the relationship they have with each other is different with like the two of them, each of them, like Danny for instance with Harry, is completely different, and that makes it fun to watch. Like when they do interviews, it's fun to watch them do it because you get a different experience depending on which two of them are doing it. And I just love them. They really do seem to care about their fans, and I really believe what they say when they say that they care about their fans. And I think they're just four very talented guys in different ways, but they're all incredibly talented. Tom, for me, I think is still the superior in the group, just for me, you know, he's my favourite band member, I think. I did have a stage where I became a massive Dougie fan. That's when I was about 15 or 16. Dougie suddenly became really popular doing the Wonderland stage on online forums, in the McFly community. Everybody started to love Dougie, and I guess I just decided to love Dougie as well because he looked really cute during those years. Like Tom had dyed his hair black and he had gained a bit of weight, I think, so he didn't look as good as he used to, and Dougie suddenly looked amazing. And I loved him at the time, but I think now I'm more of a Tom fan again. And yeah, I just love him. I think, like I said, every single member in the band is amazing, but Tom in particular is a fantastic songwriter, and I just can't wait to hear more songs about them. And their concert at the Royal Albert Hall, I went to 3 of them because I'm a crazy McFly fan. And the one night that I didn't go, which was a Saturday night, I watched it online, the live streaming of it, because I'm just that weird. But yeah, this is a programme for it, some of the pictures, there's some pictures in there. Can't show every single picture, but yeah, oh my god, look at this. This is the McFly that I remember, the early days. This is when I started to become a fan of them. It's just amazing when you look at these pictures and look at every different stage that McFly have gone through, and the fact that I was with them, like in a way, part of every different stage, and I remember every different stage, just makes it so weird and nice at the same time. Those gigs at the Royal Albert Hall were absolutely amazing. It was probably the best ever McFly set list they've ever had, because, I mean, they sang songs that they'd never sung before, like Little Joanna. Oh my god, I've wanted to hear that live for such a long time, and they finally decided to sing it live for their fans. And again, that's another thing that makes me happy, because they actually listen to their fans and they want to make their fans happy. And yeah, I just, like I said, I can't wait to see more of McFly in the future. I hope they never break up. I believe that they never will. Maybe one day I can take my kids to go and see them. I always wanted my kids to this first concert to be a Westlife concert, but sadly they broke up last year. So hopefully their first concert can be a McFly one now. Anyway, I've been talking for a long time and I'm a bit hungry, so I want to go and have food. But thank you for watching as always. Sorry if you're not a fan of McFly and you still watched it, thank you. Maybe try and give a listen to them, because you might like them if you've never heard of them before. Where have you been? Anyway, I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.